Different smile, different girl. You should check this out.
Welcome, everybody. My name is Felix Paredes. Welcome to Harlem Cigar Room, your sanctuary.
Different smile, different girl. You should check this out. You're a different world. You should know, you should know.
What it do, people?
We want to welcome you to the Mecca of the world, the place,
New York City, where we set all the trends.
fashion and music.
Sports and entertainment. It's Harlem, USA, y'all.
With that being said,
Grab your glass of wine,
light your cigars and tune into
cigars.
Conversations.
Let's get to it.
What up, world? I'm G Rush,
It's your boy D Graham.
and we want to welcome y'all to another episode of Cigars.
In Conversations, baby.
That's right. Today we got another dope guest on the show, but we making history.
Yes, we are.
That's right, man. We bringing on our first female on the Cigars and Conversations. So sit back, get ready. You know what I mean? She's lovely, she's dope, she's talented, God-fearing. So, yo, we ready, man. So we want to welcome y'all to Cigars.
In Conversations.
You have it. It's go time.
Let's go, baby.
What up, world? It's another episode of Cigars.
In Conversations, baby.
Yes, yes, yes. And today we got a dope, beautiful guest on the show
Yes,
today.
we do.
You know what I mean?
I see that glow. You see that aura?
Okay? That's that God aura.
Yeah.
Okay? Talk about
Now,
it.
for the people that don't know, you know, this young lady here, she has a legendary bloodline. You know, I'm a fan of her. You know, her work. You know, but I'm gonna let her introduce herself to you guys. You know, tell the people who you are.
Amazing. I'm an awesome woman. My name is Lea Robinson. I'm a singer, songwriter, dancer, designer, actress, mixer, engineer,
Wow.
all of the above. I'm pretty lit. So yeah, that's a little bit about me, and yeah, I'm just seeing what else God has in store for me. So, yeah.
That's dope. But you made history today on Cigars and Conversations.
Yeah, you did.
Why is that?
Because you're the first female woman guest on the show.
Okay, started off with a good woman then.
Yeah, definitely. Got that God drip going on over
You
here.
know, I
Definitely.
try.
Nah, you doing it. Nah,
Thank
you doing
you.
it.
So how you feeling today? Like, you know, how's your day going, you know?
I'm exhausted. I know I don't look it, but I am. I've been working like a crazy person, and I try to just occupy every single hour of the day. And I think too, I've just been switching how I like live my life, and even with social media, I feel like social media consumes a lot of people.
Absolutely.
And with me, I have not only my own personal music artist brand, but I have my sunglasses brand that I work on as well, called People Blockers. So even going on Instagram is not just going on Instagram and scrolling up and down anymore. Like, I edit everything that people see. All of my content, all of my photos, all the graphics, I do that.
Wow.
So it's literally me editing, posting, responding, emails, posting. So, but yeah, I've just been switching around how I do a lot of things, even when it comes to my time. Every day I just want to maximize my time and just make it the best day that I possibly can. So even with Instagram, people let it consume them all the time. Like, I know I can be in the bathroom for like an hour and a half just sitting there scrolling and just being like, oh my God, and not get up until literally my legs are numb.
Yeah,
I'm like, I should not be living like that.
Yeah,
So now I'm like, if I'm on Instagram, it's for work. If I'm not looking at somebody's page to get inspired by it, I'm like, I'm going to edit, then I'm going to post. I'm going to edit, then I'm going to post, and I'm going to email, and I'm going to do this. So I'm just changing how I do things, and I don't feel bad about being on social media now because it's for a purpose.
For a purpose.
Yeah, and I think everything now has to have a purpose for me. Even going out has to have a purpose. Like, I'm not just going out to go out. It's either some money involved, a networking situation, or just purposeful.
Sound like me and my bro.
Yeah, that's a regular conversation that we have all the time.
Yeah.
Because we're serious about, as I believe and see, that you're serious about, you know, what it is that you're doing, what you believe in. And we understand that if you're not serious about what you believe in, then you are making time, excessive amounts of time on social media and hanging out and doing things with individuals who probably don't have no vision, who are really not serious about trying to really live their best life, so to speak, right, and live life to the fullest. So I appreciate everything that you just said, because that's very inspiring. And it's a well-needed conversation nowadays, because many people are consumed with social media more than consumed with tapping into those talents, tapping into those gifts, and really bringing these visions that we all have and putting them on the ground and taking them to new levels. So.
Yeah, and I think people also, especially young people, the younger generation, they're like, oh, you have time, you're young. I'm like, It sounds crazy, but I'm like, you don't know how much time you have. You just don't. So I'm like, I try to live every day. Like, if I'm gone tomorrow, God forbid, like, I lived out my life. I did everything that I had to do for that day. And I'm just like, no, I'm trying to change my life. I'm not trying to wait 5 years from now to be like, okay, now it's time to be an adult. Let me get it together. I'm trying to retire by 30.
Absolutely.
I'm like, I want to be chilling and work be an option, not I have to do it. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, being able to also put yourself in a situation where you can monetize your brand, monetize what you're doing, your time. You know what I mean? Time is really important, and for me, that's something that I practice every day. Like, how can I, how can I take advantage of all the time that I have throughout the day, and I don't want to spend it on, if it's for social media, it's promoting the brand, it's promoting Cigars and Conversations, it's promoting my film company. So it's so many different things, and I feel you on that, Yeah. So speaking of Instagram, I do follow you on the gram, Gotta follow me back if you don't. We'll do that, But I'm a huge fan of your work.
Thank you.
And I see you on the gram with a lot of big names out there. You're doing a lot of big things.
God is good, man. I can't complain. He be putting the kid in some lit situations. I'm like, oh, okay, God, I see you. Go ahead.
See you with the homie Fresher.
Yeah, that's good. That's my bro.
Snoop.
Yeah.
Fab.
So, lit.
Is there like a project that you're working on with these guys, or is it just really just vibing out with them?
Like I said, it's a purpose for everything.
Facts.
I'll give a special shout out to my bro Fresher. He invited me into the Snoop session that was in LA, and him and Snoop were doing a record, and it came all together, and it was just like everybody ended up being on the record, which was really, really lit. And being around Snoop, that just taught me to stay as humble as possible. Like, I'm already a very humble person, and I don't care about who my family is or none of that when it comes to talking to people. Like, somebody else will have to mention that before me. I'm not around people for that. But Snoop and his wife are the most humble, cool people ever. Wow. And it's just outrageous for me to see, like, these younger artists that are up and coming who are so cocky and so arrogant. And for me, I've been around legends my entire life. My whole life. So I see nothing but that humility. So I naturally have had that. But I see younger people, I'm like, y'all have some nerve. Snoop has been here for 30 plus years, and he mad cool and chill. He telling me stories about how he dropped to his knees when he met my grandma. Wow. He was like, Leah, I was at the peak of my career, but I was so humbled to meet her, like, and just in awe. I'm like, yo, you so cool. So I learned a lot from that. And he also said, something that'll never leave my head. He was like, I keep a bunch of no people around me. People that tell me when I'm bugging. People that tell me when I'm falling short. People that tell me when something is whack. And that's a key factor, because I feel like a lot of people don't have that either. A lot of people just want to be around to be around. Yeah. Or if there's money coming in, they just want the bread. And I cannot be around people that don't tell me the real. Right. I can't live like that. So it's really dope.
Like my guy just told me, yo, bring your energy up, G. It's whack right now.
You have to be like that. I feel like if you're not real with the people that you're around, like, you're not pushing them to their greatest potential. You have to be real with them. That's how we all level up. If you're telling everybody that they're great when they're not, what are you doing for them?
Right. Shout out to Snoop giving you some additional incentive, or rather motivation and inspiration to remain as humble as that you have been.
Him and his wife, because his wife, I don't even think that she knows that she did that for me.
Wow.
But she did. I remember we had walked back to the studio because, oh my God, there was some grills that were left there and thrown out by accident. So we get there, and Snoop's wife was like, yo, do y'all need some help? And we go back inside the studio. Her and her friend literally got garbage bags and gloves. We all peeling the stuff out of the garbage can. She's helping us do this. I'm like, you don't know us. We just met you. And you're so cool and humble. You don't even mind doing this.
That's Snoop's wife.
Yes. And I'm like, y'all have all of this stuff and are still so chill and so cool. So I was like, that's just inspiring to me.
I believe that people who are able to live life on that level of success are able to maintain that level of success because they have a servant kind of mentality. Yeah. They believe in serving. they're not trying to be served. They understand their position. They understand the work that they put in, but they don't mind getting dirty. And I believe that that's why they stay on those levels versus individuals who believe that they're supposed to be served because of the positions that they hold, and they're not trying to serve and make sure other people are good around them, or even people that they don't even know. They still have their best interests at heart, even though they don't know them. So I love stories like that.
I believe that, and I also believe too that people will do a lot more for you if they like you.
Yeah.
I'm like, if people have nothing good to say about you, if they know, okay, this person's coming in, she may or may not have a bad vibe, I don't know what to expect, why on earth would I want to go above and beyond for you? If there's a check involved, I'm going to do what I got to do for you, and that's it. Like, don't ask me for no extra shit. Sorry. Like, don't. So I'm like, I try to go everywhere with a good positive vibe, no matter what's going on in my life that has nothing to do with anybody else and what energy I'm giving them.
Right.
So I always just try to remain like that, always.
You know, you mentioned earlier about being around legends your whole life. You know, for the people that don't know that's watching, you know, you come from a legendary background. You know, I mean, your grandmother started probably one of the first major record labels in the industry, Sugar Hill Records. You know, can you recall being around some of these legends?
Absolutely. I know for sure Ronald Isley lived directly across the street from us, so he would come over all the time, and I would perform for him and my grandma and my grandfather inside of our kitchen. Like, that was just something that always happened because he lived right there.
Wow. It's the big.
Yeah, you know, it was just crazy. And now I saw him recently, like, we went to his concert. I was like, this is so crazy. This is crazy. Redman, Method Man, my grandmother loved. I remember Michael Jackson called my house one time. He called my grandma the Pillow Talk Lady.
Wow.
So that was pretty lit. I don't know, like, and the crazy thing is, too, I'm never starstruck. I don't know if it's because I've been around this for a long time. Like, the people that I'm starstruck by, I'm such a geek, are people that I, like, study. And I remember there was this one guy, Farrah Gray, who was, like, one of the youngest black millionaires. He started this company, and I remember I saw him at the Essence Festival, and I was like, oh my God, that's him. And everybody's like, Leah, what is wrong with you? They did not know who he was, but those are the types of things that I get starstruck about. Like, people that touch my life in a way are inspiring. But music stuff, I'm just like, oh, okay, that's dope. Like, nice to meet you, cool. Cool, all right, next. Like, so, yeah.
Wow.
Do you want to dive into your history a little bit and kind of tell the people, like who you are and what your family has done for the music industry? I think the younger generation, they don't really get an opportunity to get a history lesson about music. You know what I mean? And where it doesn't really, you know, I think if they learn more about the people that kind of
Came before them,
you know what I mean? They will respect, like, to hear, I think Kodak Black throw shade on Big and Pac, like.
I be feeling like stuff like that, though. We gotta understand, too, the world that we live in now.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people do stuff like that just because. We saw Jacquees do the I'm the King of R&B and how crazy of a, like, effect that was. And I feel like people are like, oh, wait, I should say I'm the king of rap now. Let me say I'm the queen of this. Like, and I feel like it's just kind of one of those things. I feel like, yeah, of course, we all have confidence and we all say, nah, we are the best. Because I know I'm the best Lea Robinson ever. Like, ain't nobody touched me. Sorry. But I'm just like, we all great. But people be doing stuff, too, just for headlines. I believe that, too. So, yeah.
Facts. So you kind of want to tell the people, like, you know, a little bit about your grandmother?
Nope. No, I'm kidding. My grandma was lit. She was an amazing woman. Lea Robinson. She founded the hip-hop genre, the first rap hip-hop label ever, Sugar Hill Records. Sugar Hill Gang, all that good stuff, and she's just amazing. And it's crazy because the older I get, the more I feel like I'm becoming like her. Of course, I'm a singer and a songwriter, and now I'm producing and engineering, and it's crazy because the people that were around my grandma, they're like, this is the scariest, most eeriest thing to watch, because I'm on the boards now doing the same thing that my grandmother was doing. So everybody's just like, Leah, this is really crazy. And even now, like, I stay in my grandma's room, so it's like, somebody told me, this lady, she was like, Leah, your grandmother never leaves you. She is always by you, and she's always protecting you. And it's crazy because, like, there was this perfume that she used to wear, and I know all the time when I'm, like, going through something, I'll smell it randomly. I'll get like breezes of that scent, and I'm like, okay, girl, I see you. You here? I don't want to see you, but I feel you. You here? I know you here. We good. So it's really crazy. But my grandma was an amazing woman, and I'm just happy to be her granddaughter.
That's super dope. I mean, that's super dope. You know, records like The Message, Grandmaster Flash. You know what I mean? Produced by Sugar Hill Records. Like, I know my history. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, you know, I respect that. You know, I remember seeing those records in my mom's crib. You know what I mean? Like, the Sugar Hill label, like that logo is legendary. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like a candy cane. You know, like, so it was fresh. You know, and yeah, man, to be sitting here with you is a great experience, and I'm grateful that you know took some time out of your busy schedule
Of
chop it up with me and my bro right here.
Of course, anytime.
One of my questions that I like to ask a lot of our guests that come to the show is, what would you like people who are aware of you, do know about you rather, but don't know about you? What would you like to let be known about yourself that people don't know?
That I do everything. People see what they see on my page. I don't know what y'all see because everybody else views things differently than the actual person views it. But I'm like, I do so much. And I get in a weird space where it's like, I don't feel like I need to promote everything that I do because I like to live in the moment too. I'm like, I like to enjoy things. I don't take out my phone every single time something's happening or I'm in a studio session with somebody. Like, I'm not that type of person, but I'm lit. Just so I know, I'm very lit out here and very well respected.
Also, too, you know, you are an actress. You know, you also was starred on the show Growing Up Hip Hop. Right?
First Family Hip Hop.
First Family of Hip Hop. My bad. Almost had it right. First Family of Hip Hop. How was that experience?
I hated it. My favorite part of it was when it ended, and everybody can tell you that. So the producers, I was like, I hate this. I don't ever want to do this ever again. Now I'm like, I would do something similar to it because I know how to do it now. But I'm so private. I'm so private. And my family life, I always grew up. My grandfather was like, Leah, if you're in this meeting with me, whatever you hear in here stays in here. So it's different to also be around people who don't have that sense of like a foundation. Like, I don't feel like the world needs to know everything about me. The world doesn't need to know every single piece about my family. Certain things are made to remain in the family and just be tight-knit. So for certain things to be spoken about that weren't agreed to be spoken about, I didn't appreciate that. And I'm like, I went into it thinking, okay, this is a family show, so it's going to be different, but not everybody was on the same page. And it just wasn't, for me, a great experience. There's, of course, good that comes out of every single bad situation. I wouldn't even say it was bad. It was just a learning experience. But I learned a lot about people, and I learned a lot about myself, too. And just how to be smarter if another situation like that came. So it was just different, but I'm so private, and I love who I love. And I just don't feel like everything needs to be put out there. Like, no, you can't tell me to expose something about you and put a dollar sign on it. Like, I don't care how much they're offering me. I don't care. My real life and my real relationships mean everything to me because I'm like, I'm good with or without a show. Like I said, I know that I'm lit. I know how talented I am. So with or without TV backing me, I'm still going to be successful because I'm God's kid. Like, he has me. So it was very different. Very, very different.
Was a lot of things like, kind of like, forced on from the show? Like,
it wasn't forced on, but it was like dragged out.
Gotcha.
And it's like, of course, it's reality television, but I'm the type of person, like, if we beefing, we gonna have a conversation about it, and that's gonna be the last conversation that we have about it. But if we beefing and we gotta talk about this conversation for 6 or 7 months, I'm like, how much can we talk about it? I'm over it. I'm over it. Talk about my music now. So it was just one of those situations, but you gotta be understanding to them getting what they need as well to make a great show. So
you know, this is such a great conversation for me because I too share that perspective and that belief of everything is not for everything or everybody.
Right.
Also, living in a time where people are willing to do just about anything
It's so
to
frightening.
get the money, right?
It's scary.
Where I value conversations like this, where sometimes the conversation has to take place to be the reminder for others to say, or even just, you know, you're a child of the Most High, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether you believe or not, you still come from somebody that created you, and that force, given the name God, has you, right?
Yes.
We've all made some choices and some mistakes where we know technically we still shouldn't be here.
Right.
We done been in some places with some people doing some things where we know we shouldn't still be
Oh,
here.
got it.
So that force is a keeper.
Yes.
For whatever the reason is, and we learn as we continue to journey forward. And it becomes problematic when you speak that way, because people who are not really for that force, right, or more in relationship with greed, will try to have you in relationship with greed more than you're in relationship with that force.
Yeah.
And we'll try to convince you to really, you know, as we've been learning and witnessing, sell your soul, so to speak,
Yes.
for a few dollars. So I appreciate what you just said, because I think that those conversations have to be held nowadays, because so many other things are transpiring as a result of people committing themselves to some of these things. You got people who don't even have problems and beefs that's getting killed because of other people's problems and beefs. It's so many different family members is coming up missing. Different things is happening behind the scenes
That people don't even know.
Yes. So I think that conversations like this are very, very important and powerful to have, because you don't know, we don't know, or somebody doesn't know what they can be getting themselves lined up to or lined up for as a result of you just saying, yes, I don't mind saying XYZ about somebody who don't have nothing to do with this show.
Let me tell you something, man. Like, I'll be super, super transparent. There was somebody that was on the show. There was an issue behind the scenes that never got out, but this person was running and telling blogs and people all these types of things, and I got class. I'm sorry. I'm like, I don't do free promo for nobody. Sorry, unless I really fucks with you, I'm not doing that. So me and this person sat down and we spoke, and what this person said was, well, at least Leah, we was on some blogs the next day. I'm like, so you did that, you risked our relationship for a blog post. And at least if you're going to do that, let me know what's up.
Right.
I'll go there with you if we plan it out and we like, all right, cool, we're on the blog, yeah, but we still kicking it and having dinner now. Like, whatever. But don't do that to me. That makes me feel so unsafe. That makes me feel like, no, like I can't, because you'll really do anything to get on the blog. And that is scary to me, because I'm not that type of person. Like, and that may be the reason why I haven't reached a certain level in my career just yet, because I won't just do anything. But I'm like, if it takes a little bit more time, so be it.
That's good.
At least I got my integrity. At least I respect myself. At least I know and will have respect from people. Like, Leah didn't just do any and everything to get on. She waited when God said it was her time, and she did what she had to do. But I'm not just doing any and everything to please the whole world. Like, that's not me.
You're a woman too, so you know, you gotta, gotta definitely hold yourself to a definitely different standard. And you know, we see it on social media, man. Like, it's crazy out there.
It really is. It really is, and it's a scary world, because you really don't know what's real or fake, and that's scary.
I share with G every time we talk, you know, that reminder of how we're already blessed, right? This is extra now. That way we don't ever have to feel like we have to overexert ourselves, say yes to things that we really don't have to say yes to, align with people that we really don't have to be aligned with, just to push the extra forward, right?
Because when you're blessed, I'm sorry, when God got his hands on you, you don't have to do much. Yes, you continue to work, but I've learned, I'm like, although on social media, Instagram, it may look like people are moving a lot more than me, but I'm like, I still end up on the same tours as these people. I still end up in the same rooms as these people. I still can be in any room and hold my own and be respected. And that's a great feeling to me. Like, I don't have to do the most. God is still like, all right, Leah, you chilling right now, you getting your life together, I'm going to still bless you with this opportunity. And people be like, how did this happen?
And that list is so long, because that blessed list is so long. Like, I'm blessed in the sense where I'm not consumed with guilt. I'm blessed in the sense where I got my health. I'm blessed in the sense where I got my freedom. I'm blessed in the sense where I got loving relationships. You know what I mean? So sometimes in this social media era, you know what I mean, we classify and consider blessed based off of who we in the picture with, you know what I'm saying, what we got, who getting to the money, and that will determine how blessed you are. When the truth is, even if I'm not in that picture, even if I'm not in that room, even if I don't got that resource, I got my peace, I got my family, I got love, I got my children. Whatever it is that God has already blessed. Most importantly, I got God. Yeah. Most importantly, I got to start there. Because I think that, again, conversations like this change the narrative. Yeah. But those who have the resources that make us think that we don't, because we don't have the positions that they have, they control the narrative. Mm-hmm. And we let them control the narrative. But when we have conversations like this, we combat the narrative. Yep. And then it gives people who may not be as solid spiritually to make a choice.
Yep, that's a super fact. And I think these rappers and entertainers in general just have a lot to do with people thinking that it's something that it's not. Like, I've been around people's favorite rappers in the world and look behind their neck and their neck was green because they shit was fake. So I'm like, I know what's up. Like, it's not what it appears to be. I tell people that all the time. No matter how good we make it look on Instagram, we make it look incredible and it's beautiful and the quality is amazing. It's HD photos and videos. It is not like that all the time. And I do a damn good job, I'm sure, of letting people know, especially up-and-coming people, what to expect.
You know what's crazy? Like, I remember, when I was younger, I remember having like posters on my wall, like all my favorite artists. I used to always wonder, like, damn, I wonder what Jay-Z's doing right now, or what Nas is doing, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And it's like, I love social media, but it's just like, sometimes everything is like, you still had that mystic, like, feeling about your favorite artist or actor, like you know what I mean. You still had that, like surprise that you wanted to know, and it's just like now everything is just out there. So it's like I already know everything about you. You know what I'm saying? Like I already know what you're about. So it's no really like for me like when you have morals and integrity, like that's everything. Yeah. You know what I mean? For me, I'm all about character. Yep. The people that we bring on this show, we strategically bring them on because we know the people that we want to bring on. You know what I mean? Are people with integrity, morals. People that's going to really give a message about what we're trying to push and combat some of the things that we're trying to do. So, yeah, man, this is a dope vibe, dope show so far. Yeah. Also too, like you and Lady Luca is family, right? Yes. Look, legendary. You know what I mean? I consider her a legend.
She's talented. I'm sorry, she's one of the best lyricists. Like you cannot take that away from her. Like, always been dope.
Facts. And she's super super just humble, good person. I remember when I first met her, when I moved to Jersey in Newark, like she was selling her CDs out there grinding, hustling, And I was like, yo, I got a studio out, and I just opened a studio out, and South Orange come through, and she pulled up, and which is love, so it's just like for you, and like the list goes on, like.
Okay. That's a fact.
Yeah, so with you being also obviously, doing music, things like that, and also being an engineer. To me, when I saw that, I was like, yo, that's different. That's super different. That's dope. You don't see a female engineer.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how did that happen?
I always reach a level in life where I'm forced to learn something because I'm tired of waiting on something. So I was just tired of having to book studio sessions and be waiting on the engineer and have an idea in my head and not be able to record until somebody was there to record me. I'm an artist and I have a studio in my home. Why do I not know how to do this? So I took a bus to Atlanta. I was like, listen, I'm broke, but I'm going to figure this out. I got a house out there. I got a free studio set up out there. My cousins, FKI, they're producers. My homie Ra, he's a dope producer. I said, yo, teach me everything you know in 3 days, because that's all I got. That's all I can afford. Teach me everything. And literally they taught me everything that they could, and they've received so many awards and accolades and everything because of their engineering and production. So I'm like, these are the people that I want to be around and learn from, and they taught me, and I came back home and I never stopped.
Wow.
Never stopped. I was like, I'm always going to get doper. I'm always going to get doper. I'm always going to get doper. And I did. And now it's like I can go anywhere and people be like, damn, we need an engineer. I'm like, well, I got you. Like, That's what happened at Soldier Boy's house. We was up there, me, Fresher, like it was a crazy night.
Big soldier.
It was a crazy night, man. So we ended up there, and I knew this kid who's also an artist. We connected in Jersey or New York, one of them. And I was like, bro, I was like, you know why you ain't shit, man? I said, because you know I'm lit, and you know I'm an engineer, and this and this and this and this. So this guy, he was like, yo, you an engineer? I was like, yup. He was like, yo, can you record this session? Yup. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. You know how good that felt? To be like, I can go anywhere.
Wow.
And, like, be valuable in a room.
Absolutely.
Like, that's what makes me feel really, really good.
You can always make money, too.
Yes! Most importantly!
You know what I'm saying? Like, you get paid for the artist sometimes, you know what I mean? Well, most of the time, you know? So, you know, the engineer is everything. So, when I seen that, I was like, yo, that's dope. Because when I used to do music, same thing. Like, damn, like, I got this idea in my head. I want to lay it down, like, and you can't.
It's not a good feeling. And you feel, like, stuck. And I know me, when I write stuff, if I sing it too much or I'm just stuck on it, I overthink, and then I'm like, oh, it's not hot anymore. Oh God! But being an engineer, I'm like, let me at least lay the idea down, and I can make it hot. And if it's not, I can scratch it. But at least I can get it out there.
Yeah. So you know, we going from music to acting, and then you also into fashion as well.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You're doing a lot of dope things, a lot of empowering things.
Thank you.
That's inspirational.
Thank you.
So all you young girls out there, you definitely should follow Lea. Hit her up, ask her questions.
Okay.
Let her be a mentor. This is dope. We don't have a lot of leaders out there. I was talking to my wife about that the other night. Like, I miss having leaders.
Mm-hmm.
But to get into the fashion, see you got some dope shades on.
Talk about it.
We was chopping it up about that.
Yes.
Let the people know, what you styling on them with.
These are my babies. They're called people blockers. I've had my brand and company and business for about a year and some change now. And it just started because I was tired of spending like $300-400 on a pair of sunglasses, and I either break them or somebody steals them or I lose them, and I just got tired of that. And when you break them, like, there's pretty much nothing that they can do. They're like, all right, cool, you just got to get a new pair. And my price point is so awesome. Like, nothing exceeds over $50.
Wow.
And my glasses are really great quality, and it makes me happy. Like, I love my shades, and I get to people watch, like, without people, like, staring directly at me. Like, I be watching everything. I'm like, oh, you can't even see me. So, I just love my sunglasses so much, and it just makes me happy. And now I'm all about elevation. Music, with engineering, with acting. Now I'm taking my people blockers to the next level. So I'm even doing prescription lenses now.
Wow.
And a lot of people too. That I always try to see where the gaps are that I can fill. So when I would sell them, because I have no shame, I take my glasses everywhere. If I'm in the hair salon, I'm like, oh, I got glasses. Anybody want glasses? All right, cool. But one of the issues were, especially from a lot of older people, they were like, well, I wear like real glasses. I have a prescription. So I wanted to fill that void as well. So I want them to still be able to be fly and wear my shades. So that's where I'm going to next. And I have some great people around me and a great staff that is helping me, and just to learn more stuff about it to be able to take it to the next level. So it just excites me, and I love it. And it takes me out of music sometimes, which I love. Like, I need a break from music. There's times I don't want to be in the studio. I don't want to be around musical people. I'm like, you can have that for a second. Let me just focus on my sunglasses. And yeah, so it's been really, really, really dope. And a lot of people have been supporting me with it. And who doesn't want free sunglasses? When I be pulling up to sessions, they be like, yo, you got the shades? Yep, sure do.
That's dope.
So
That's
it's
dope.
cool.
Are you a part of the design part as well?
Yeah, everything. Everything. Everything.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Creative control.
Yeah, and it's just funny, you just never know how God works either. I remember recently, one of these girls that I went to elementary, middle school, and high school with, her mom brought this huge ophthalmology place. And she DM'd me a couple days ago and was like, hey Lea, we'd love to have your brand in the store. How can we see your line and stuff like that? So I'm like, you just never know what opportunities can come from you just doing outside things. And I say that to say, people will tell you, stay in one lane, you need to master this and figure this out and do that. Everything that I do helps everything that I do. So if I'm doing something like a pop-up shop, I'm performing at the pop-up shop, but as I'm performing afterwards, I'm selling my sunglasses.
Right.
So it goes hand in hand. So it's just really cool. I enjoy it. I love what I do.
That's dope. That's super dope. Where can the people purchase the sunglasses if they want the copper pair?
Peopleblockers.com, and make sure you guys follow the Instagram and Twitter at peopleblockers.
Wow, that's dope. I'm gonna have to check a pair out.
Yeah.
It's only for females?
No,
Or?
mostly all the designs are unisex, because in the beginning they were mostly catered towards females, and all the guys were like, yo, where are my shades? And I'm like, all right. So now they're more unisex.
Alright, let's go. I'm at the copper pair.
Please.
On vacation.
Yup.
Yeah, definitely.
It's getting nice outside too. The
Definitely.
sun's out. Gotta have you some people blockers.
Sponsor them joints on the show. We wait on one
Okay.
episode.
Absolutely, yeah.
I
Cigars
like
and
your
Conversations.
thinking.
Yeah,
This is,
definitely.
I like it.
Yeah, definitely. That's dope.
Next episode, People
Okay.
Blockers.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta get us a pair.
I got you.
Fire.
Definitely. So, you know, with the music, is it any like dream collaborations you want to do?
I love Pharrell. I love will.i.am. But honestly, I'm like, whoever's in my path for me to work with, it's gonna happen. Like, I like organic stuff to happen, and just be in the session and be like, yo, so and so's across there. All right, cool. I'm about to pull up on so and so. It's good. Like, I like things that just happen organically. I feel like when things are too planned, it's just like, it feels like too structured and like, oh, we have to work and we have to do something. I don't like that. It's like a vibe.
You know, have you done anything other than this show?
I actually just got booked to do an incredible acting gig. I can't mention on which network it's going to be on just yet, but it's a mob show. It's called Mob Mentality. It is really, really cool. And literally, I met the director and the writer at an event, and we exchanged information. And I was like, she told me, she was like, yeah, I'm a director and writer and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, everybody says that. Everybody is something. She texted me like 2 months after, and I'm like, oh, whoa, it's real, actually. Wow, that's crazy. So I'm working with her. She actually met me that day and wrote me into the script. And that's why she said it took her so long to hit me up. She wrote my part after meeting me. So it's really cool. She was just like, Lea, I don't know what it is. I don't even know how well you act, but I believe in you. Like, I sense it. And she was like, I have a very good eye for that. She was like, I'm a great director. I know you have it in you, and I will pull it out of you. So it's just really great to have a good vibe and people really just believe in you. Because I'm like, you don't even know what I can do, lady. Like, I could be trash, but luckily I'm not. I'm lit out here, like I said. But she just believes in me. So I'm really excited about that. And I start in May.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Can't wait to check that out.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Make sure every mobster got them people blockers
Who
on.
you telling? I'm already, it's in motion, man.
Yeah, make sure they got them blockers on.
Kaz,
Yep.
you know?
And the music is in there too. Like, everything is, like I said, everything helps everything. Like, and she's so supportive too, where she's like, Lea, like, send me all your music. If it goes into the scene, we're putting it in there. So it's just like a family feeling, and it's just really good. And there's no pride and egos in anything.
So with that upcoming project coming from May, how do you fit that in with any potential upcoming shows that you may have coming up as far as music? Are you doing a show?
Always. There's always shows. I'm actually going away in May because I got booked to go to Barbados and host and perform out there.
Wow.
So that's going to be really, really fun. And I also get to have a little vacation in the midst of the work. So, but I'm in such a great space with such a great team of people around me that they're so accommodating to my schedule. So if I do have an up-and-coming show or any engagements, like, we just film around it.
Dope.
That's dope. And before we end, you know, we always want to ask, you know, some of our artists that come on, you know, but for you, you're a little bit different.
Right.
All right, so we're going to switch it up a little bit. You know, I want to get your top 5 R&B artists.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, okay.
And maybe, like, your top 5 movies.
Ooh, that's okay. That's good. All right, R&B, Lea Robinson.
All right.
Lea Robinson. Lea Robinson. Lea Robinson. And Lea Robinson. Top 5, my favorites
You got
That's
it.
dope.
of all
That's
time.
dope.
No doubt.
And Sylvia Robinson. I'll make her She has to be a
Honorable
classic.
mention? Alright.
Movies. One of my favorite movies ever is Eddie Murphy Raw. It's a stand-up, but it's still a movie.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Eddie Murphy's Bowfinger is so underrated. I love that movie. I think it is hysterical.
Wow.
Did you see that movie before?
That's what
Steve Martin.
Steve
Yes.
Martin. Yeah, he got the braces.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God. I cried laughing at that movie.
Wow.
That's up there with Norbit for me. But
Oh,
I'm
Yeah,
Norbit,
sorry.
that's a good one.
Norbit, yeah.
What other movies
Tuesday,
do I
Tuesday,
love? Crap. I like The Skeleton Key. I love it. I like creepy movies like
Never
that.
seen that.
Oh my God, it is
Skeleton Key.
amazing. If you like scary movies,
Alright,
it's up there.
check that out.
What other movies?
That's
do
3.
I
You got
like?
2 more.
Oh, this is so hard. I feel like I can think of that and I can give this answer when cameras are not
Yeah.
on. I'm like, oh yeah,
Facts.
this. Now it's I'm like, oh, this is a lot of pressure. Two movies. I don't know, man. Those are my top 3. I don't know.
Alright,
What do
that's
y'all
fine.
list them?
For me, I would say Sugar Hill,
Mhm.
Cobra.
I don't think I've seen Cobra.
Huh?
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, you gotta check that. That's a classic Sylvester Stallone. Everybody know, Stallone for Rocky, but Cobra is official.
Mhm.
I would say Tears of the Sun,
Mhm.
Bruce Willis, phenomenal movie. I would say Shawshank Redemption,
Mhm.
great movie,
Classic.
and Life.
Oh, that's such a great movie.
Life
Oh,
is-
that's a good one.
That's a classic.
Yeah,
man.
I'll say
Classic.
Poetic Justice too.
Oh.
I love that movie. And
Okay.
Friday. That's
Okay.
my 5.
Alright,
Yeah.
that's your 5.
I love Friday, yeah.
So what you, Wayne? What's your top 5?
Oh man, my top 5 movie is _D_Graham_movie on Instagram.
That's hilarious. Wow, what a
Follow
plug.
me on Instagram. That's where it's a movie happening. But all of the Rockies. I'm a huge Rocky fan. Braveheart.
Mhm.
Passion of Christ.
Yeah.
Oh man, New Jack City.
Classic.
Okay.
Juice.
Oh,
Wow.
good movies.
Yeah,
Classic, man.
Yeah.
It's a classic list.
Yeah.
All of the Rockies. Yeah, New Jack City, Juice, Braveheart, Passion of Christ.
So speaking of movies, I like your top 5.
Thank you, man.
It's cool. I think my bro Wayne got it though.
No,
His
he
top
did.
5
He definitely
his top
beat
5
both
was
of us.
Wayne.
Definitely.
He ain't playing fair. He said all the Rocky movies.
And all the classics.
Come
So I'm
on,
like,
man. Get
okay,
outta here,
got
bro.
you.
Hey yo.
That's a fact.
Speaking of movies, did you see
Us.
Us?
You about
I'm
to say
sorry.
Get
I
Out?
was about to say Get Out.
Same
Did you
thing.
see Us? Because I'm hearing a lot of great things about it, mixed reviews and things like that. So
I did see it, and I feel like I need to see it again because now that I know
I heard that.
the ending part, I would view it so much more differently. But I also been seeing on Instagram and hearing that there's so many different meanings behind certain things. So I definitely want to see it again just to get a new idea of the movie. And I left out for a second because I had to go to the bathroom, so I missed the piece. So I'm like, I need to see it again with fresh, new eyes. But I thought it was good.
okay.
I'm happy for Jordan Peele because there are no black horror films.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that's an untapped market, and that's so dope. Like, I really, really appreciate him for that. And I love Key and Peele skits and stuff like that.
Funny, yeah, definitely.
Also, Dave Chappelle is mad funny.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dave. Half Baked. That's another one.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
okay.
That's one of my
Alright.
favorites.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
They killed Killer B.
Yo, that's one of my favorites. One of my favorites, yeah.
That's definitely a classic.
Yep.
Classic.
That's a fact.
I think that's he did the joint with Martin too. So
Blue
Oh,
Street.
that was
Blue
a
Street.
good
Street.
movie. I
Yeah.
love that.
You know.
Martin is, he's great too.
So but there you have it. I mean, we went from music to fashion to movies, and then she does it all.
Yes.
And she's super humble,
Yes.
super dope,
Yes.
talented.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I'm once again we're definitely grateful at Cigars and Conversations for you coming on today.
Yes.
Want to plug anything before we wrap it up?
Everything. Make sure you guys follow me today at the Lea Robinson on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me on Facebook and YouTube / I am Lea Robinson. www.wewantLea.com, and please follow my people bloggers. Support me today. I have a lot of great up and coming music on the way. I'll be on some television screens and billboards and stuff coming soon. So please stay tuned for that. Support me and I will support you. So thank you so much.
Dope.
No doubt. And there you have it. You know what I'm saying? So watch out for this, definitely this dope interview. You know what I'm saying? Coming on GoRushFilmsTV.com.
Yes.
You know, Cigars and Conversations. Your boy G Rush.
D Graham.
Lea Robinson. Hey.
Love you, bro.
Different smile, different girl. You should check this out. You a different world. You should know, you should know, you should know that you're glorious. And I hope that we spend time and there is more of us.